And now joining me, we have Mark Bridges, and he is here to talk with us today a little bit about Appalachian State University's involvement in the Solar Decathlon Europe 2014. Now, we spoke with you a while back while the project was kind of underway, but the house has actually been built here in Boone and is on its way to France as we speak, correct?
Yes, it is.
That's
It just
so
left
cool.
port in Norfolk on the 16th.
Wow, amazing. Well, for any of our viewers who missed your last interview, give us a little recap of what the Solar Decathlon Europe 2014 is and how Appalachian is involved.
So we were accepted January of 2013 into the Solar Decathlon Europe 2014. We are paired with a university out of Angers University. It's been a long process. It's been about a year and a half now. It's been incredible.
Yeah.
But working back and forth with them, sharing students back and forth, weekly Skype sessions to stay in contact. It's been an incredible collaborative and cultural learning process, but we have designed and built the two-story reimagined row house, which is about 1,100 square feet, fully powered by 3 different sun systems, photovoltaics, solar thermal, and an actual solar air-to-air collector.
Wow, very cool. Well, we showed you guys a little bit of footage from the house a while back, and I was so impressed when I was there. You guys just threw a house up.
We did. I wish it was as easy as that. I wish we could tell people that we threw it up.
Yeah,
But
piece of
like
cake.
I said, it's been a long year. We're very excited. It was a bittersweet moment to see it leave the parking lot.
I bet so. I know I drove by the other day and everything's gone, everything's packed up. Talk with us a little bit about that process. How did you guys deassemble the house and then get it on this boat?
We actually used a chainsaw to cut the roof off.
Okay.
That was one of the fun parts. The house is broken down into 6 modules, and so each piece was intermittently disconnected from the next, and then a crane would pick one off at a time, and then we separated out into 6 modules. We got custom tarps made. Crane came back, lifted them onto the trailers, and we waved goodbye.
Wow. That must be a strange feeling to see this house that you've been working on for so long just shipped off.
It was very strange. We actually have a video of one of the construction guys in the interior, and he's watching one of the modules we picked up, and there's insulation falling, there's things shifting, and everybody's got their fingers crossed that nothing important is going to fall off.
Definitely. So talk with us a little bit about the process of reassembling this house once it gets to France. What is that going to be like?
So the organizers have given us 10 days to reassemble this house. That's taken a year.
Wow.
It's a big process. We have 8-hour shift times, 3 different teams that will be on and off, probably not sleeping very much, eating very little.
Probably not.
Full of hope and enthusiasm that we can't wait to show it off to the public. But the process of the 10 days, it's a lot of logistics and scheduling coming from the managing staff, sharing information, who's doing what at what time, what tools do you need. Actually, the tools we have here aren't rated in Europe.
Okay.
And so what they're requiring is that we use European tools.
Oh, wow.
So that's an issue. Can't work on Sundays, that's an issue. So we're running into cultural differences, which we're having to plan for. But the 10-day process will be 3 shifts, 8 hours apiece, trying to get this thing put together and ready for public showing.
Wow, what a neat experience for everyone who's involved.
It's incredible.
I bet so.
It's not just purely academic, it's not on paper, it's hands-on. Everyone gets to do everything.
That's awesome. Now, how many people does it take to get a project like this together?
Well, we'll have 30 going to France from the US and about 9 from Angers University there. But overall, through logo preparation, through music, through plates, furniture, almost 1,200 students from Appalachian State have touched the project in some way.
Wow, that's incredible. And that's the neat thing too. It's not just going to be kind of an empty shell. You guys are actually going to kind of decorate inside and get it ready to go.
And we just recently spoke to the bookstore, and they happily gave us some T-shirts, some bags, some hats to stage the house as an actual house and not just an empty real estate piece that's going to sit there. Right.
That is so neat. Now talk with us a little bit about working with this school in Angers, and how do you do that when you're so far apart and you're trying to collaborate on this project? What has that been like?
Well, that's the part we thought too, like how we're going to do it.
Right.
Initially, the first summer we had last year, 4 students came over, immediately made friends with them. They got into every aspect. They love Hardee's.
Who doesn't? I mean, you know.
But it was a great process because they had ways of looking at what we did, and then we had ways of looking at what they did.
Right.
The code that was given to us, the French building code, was in purely French, so they translated it for us.
Wow.
Some of the things that you have in a house aren't used in the same way that Americans use it. And so it's a really good piece that they were here to show us, like, this may not happen this way, the French may see it this way, the European public. And so it's a great experience to see that. But the whole process of the year, through us to industry professionals back to professors both at App and on J. That circle of information, it involves a lot of responsibility and a lot of jumping in the deep end without your floaties on and trying to figure out what you're doing very quickly.
Absolutely. Now, how did you end up in a partnership with this particular school?
We actually have been partners with them for 30 years.
Wow.
And it's mostly been an MBA exchange.
Okay.
But this most recent competition is the first time these two schools have done something like this together.
Very neat. So talk with us about the actual competition and how things are going to go.
Well, we'll be there for about 35 days. There's 3 weeks of competition time. Public tours every day, Monday through Friday, twice a day, Saturday and Sunday, 12 hours a day.
Wow.
And then intermittently placed throughout those projects or public tours are judge tasks, measured tasks. They'll have sensors throughout the house controlling humidity, heat change.
So cool.
Even just down to the minute detail that if a tourist opens the fridge, it'll deduct points because the fridge lost its coolness.
Wow.
So even minor details such as that can affect the overall competition.
Very neat. So you are actually going to France.
Yes.
How excited are you?
Pretty excited.
I would think so.
It had to sit in for a second. It'll be my third time personally going. I'm extremely excited, and for a lot of the team, it's their first time going to France. For some, it's the first time going overseas. It's gonna be a big jump. Your first time going for about a month and a half into a country you've never been to before that you don't speak their language.
Right.
But our whole team is incredibly excited, and all of our sponsors, our community has been so helpful and supportive of anything that we need. They've helped to give us.
Awesome. So talk with us about the overall experience of being involved in this project and what it's like to participate in something this big.
I don't even think I could really get my head around it still, how complex the project is. And like I said, the difference between a purely academic project and a project such as this where students are responsible. It's not just the professors. Professors are there to guide you and to make sure you're learning just like in an academic program. But when they put the responsibility on you to order like 1,000 board feet from a sponsor that you've already spoken to guarantee the ship time, when it's delivered, and then how you're going to install it. And if you mess that up or not, it's a huge learning possibility, whether that's a mistake or whether it's a success.
Right.
You don't learn that in school.
Right. Absolutely. So when are we expecting the house to arrive in France?
In about 7 days, 7, 8 days.
Okay. All right. And there will be people there to kind of greet the house and get it ready to go.
Yes, it'll have to go through customs, get checked out. Hopefully it doesn't get held in customs.
Yeah, hopefully
We haven't
not.
said anything illegal. But yeah, it should be good.
Fantastic. Now, is there a way that people can kind of follow this process, and is there a website and a way that we can kind of keep up to date on what's going on?
Absolutely. Reciprocity2014.com.
Okay.
We will be updating the blog. We have Reciprocity 2014 on Facebook. We'll be doing photos every day, blog entries. We'll be tweeting live updates about what's going on. Just trying to keep everyone here in as much contact with the project as possible.
Fantastic. Well, I know we all kind of feel like we're a part of it because it was right there. We kind of watched it being built. And so a very neat thing for sure.
Yeah, everyone in Boone's been able to drive by and check it out through the whole process.
Absolutely. It looks so empty over there now.
It does. Full of spirit, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us. Best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
And we'll be excited to see how this all goes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.